Diana Ross and Michael Jackson, and it's nice to have you both here tonight. Is he your escort tonight?
Absolutely.
Oh,
This is my dad. Look.
In recent times, there has been a plethora of speculations circulating about the alleged romantic relationship between Diana Ross and Michael Jackson during their lives. Some rumors have even suggested that they had an affair despite being in separate relationships. However, it's difficult for many to believe such claims, given the substantial age gap between the legendary Michael Jackson, who was 13 years younger than the iconic Diana Ross. Let's dig deep into this topic and uncover the truth. Could Michael Jackson's admiration for Diana Ross have blossomed into a scandalous affair? Get ready as we delve into Diana Ross finally revealing the secrets of her relationship with Michael Jackson. Early stages of their relationship. Michael's feelings for Diana started as a childhood crush and evolved into a teenage infatuation. His brother Jermaine revealed that their connection only deepened as Michael grew older. Michael had always been aware of his attraction to Diana from a young age, but he knew he had to wait until he was older to pursue anything. By the late 1970s, their interactions in public led to intense speculation about a potential romance between them. Diana Ross and Michael Jackson's paths first crossed when he was a mere 10 years old. The iconic Jackson 5, which included a young Michael, auditioned for Motown Records, where Diana reigned as the label's top artist. It was during a charity performance that Diana first witnessed the undeniable talent of the Jackson 5, and she was instantly fascinated. With unwavering determination, Diana took it upon herself to boost their exploding careers. She personally met with each member of the group and utilized her vast network to catapult them into the realm of superstardom. From the very beginning, Michael boldly proclaimed his adoration for Diana Ross and the Supremes, long before his rise to fame. When the Jackson family made the move to Los Angeles after signing with Motown, Michael didn't hesitate to move in with Diana. He affectionately called her his girlfriend and protected her from anyone who dared to come near. In 1977, Michael reluctantly agreed to play the role of the Scarecrow in the movie adaptation of The Wiz, pushed by his good friend Diana Ross. Rumor has it that Diana only agreed to play Dorothy if Michael was on board too. Some saw this as a calculated move since Diana, aged 33, was believed to be too old for the part. Critic Pauline Kael commended Diana for her remarkable determination in making the film happen. Michael's mother, Catherine, provided some interesting insight into Michael's motivation to be part of the film when Diana was cast as Dorothy. It seems Michael had a little crush on her from way back when he and his brothers were guests in her home. According to Catherine, Michael would even tease his sisters, LaToya and Janet, saying they wouldn't be pretty until they looked like Diana. While filming The Wiz, Michael and Diana were often spotted together at various social gatherings, including the iconic Studio 54 in New York. In fact, there was a particular instance where Diana's assistant had a hard time tracking them down, only to eventually find out that they had spent the night at Michael's apartment. During the shoot, Diana confidently asserted to her female friends that Michael was absolutely not gay. When questioned about their relationship, Michael skillfully deflected the inquiry back to Diana, leaving the ball in her court. The exact timeline of their romantic entanglement remains shrouded in mystery, with the intimate specifics of their connection sparking curiosity and hushed conversations among those in the know. Age gap between the two. Despite the 13-year age gap between them, Michael's desire for Diana Ross continued to grow, leading to years of flirtation. However, Diana never truly considered their relationship serious given the age gap. Michael, unfazed by this difference, persisted in his pursuit of her. Despite his persistence, Diana was more concerned with the impact their association would have on her public image and career. She was a fiercely ambitious woman who couldn't overlook the societal taboo of their age gap, especially considering she had known Michael since he was a child. An unforgettable moment in their relationship was when they had a photo session with photographer Todd Gray. Michael boldly ordered 2 large prints of every picture from the proof sheets, making a total of 144 prints. This bold move amazed the photographer, as Michael revealed his plan to keep one set for himself and give the other set to Diana, calling it magic. During Diana Ross's special in 1981, Michael was prominently featured. They shared the stage multiple times, and Diana even affectionately referred to Michael as her baby. Engaging in hugs and playful banter during a brief interview, they playfully called each other sexy. In the same year, Diana openly expressed her deep admiration for Michael in an interview with Ebony, confessing that she was absolutely crazy about him and loved him immensely. She considered him to be a kind and remarkable individual, and she treasured their time together because his aura radiated love and positivity. Diana's cheerful personality and affectionate behavior towards Michael often led fans to misconstrue their relationship as sexual, but in reality, Diana was just naturally flirty with all men in public, including Michael. It's unfortunate that Michael became fixated on this romantic obsession and couldn't let it go. But Diana's bold and friendly nature should not be mistaken for anything more than just a friendly demeanor. Not only did he create a shrine dedicated to Diana in his family home, but it was also adorned with photographs and mementos. Despite Diana's attempts to soften the blow, Michael firmly believed that they were in a relationship, and he held onto hope that they would be married. Their relationship was often perceived as that of a mother and son by the public, a dynamic that was on full display at the 1981 Oscars. Diana confidently joked with Michael about their supposed bond, causing them to erupt into laughter as they strolled away. Despite Diana's subtle attempts to signal disinterest, Michael clung to his misguided affection, convinced that they were destined for each other. In a bold and confident statement during a 1983 interview, Michael declared Diana as his perfect match and boldly declared his wish for her to become his wife. Convinced that their bond was unbreakable, Michael believed that their relationship would stand the test of time, as they openly shared their deepest secrets with one another. When Diana met her second husband, Arnie Nas Jr. in 1985, Michael was absolutely crushed. They tied the knot the following year, and Michael even went so far as to cancel his attendance at their public wedding. Even though he truly wished Diana all the happiness in the world, he couldn't help but feel a pang of jealousy and hurt. Despite his struggles, he put on a brave face and pretended to be overflowing with joy for her. At the 1986 American Music Awards, Michael Jackson made a grand entrance midway through the show with Elizabeth Taylor, who effortlessly stepped in as a fitting substitute for Diana Ross. Despite his apparent agitation and distant demeanor towards Diana, Michael begrudgingly acknowledged the success of the charity single We Are the World by USA Africa during the event. Michael boldly and unapologetically poured his heart and soul into his music, producing several songs about Diana Ross and their complex relationship. Among these songs were hits like Remember the Time from 1992, a melancholic ode to his lost love, and Dirty Diana from 1987, a bold and controversial track that hinted at betrayal and heartbreak. Through his music, Michael fearlessly expressed his emotions and experiences with Diana Ross, leaving a lasting impression on his listeners. Diana's marriage to Arnie was far from happy, even with their 2 sons. They lived on different continents as Diana refused to uproot her life in the US for Arnie. During her pregnancies, she sought solace in the arms of Michael Jackson, breaking his heart. In his autobiography, Moonwalk, Jackson professed his eternal love for Diana, despite the impossibility of their relationship. End of their relationship. As time went by, Michael's interactions with Diana grew scarce. While she devoted herself to her family, he tirelessly promoted and traveled the globe. During a 1991 interview with the Rock Hill Herald, Diana Ross revealed that Michael would come to her on his terms, shutting her out when he pleased, leaving her struggling to connect with him. He was like a fleeting love, forever beyond her grasp. Despite the physical distance that separated them, Diana always remained a prominent figure in Michael's heart. This fact became undeniable when she made a visit to him in the hospital in 1995. He openly declared her as his entire world, and even took the bold step of requesting his then wife, Lisa Marie Presley, to leave the room to make way for Diana's entry. Throughout her visit, he lavished her with love and presence, solidifying the strength of their connection. Following Michael Jackson's passing in 2009, it had been quite some time since they maintained a close relationship. However, despite this, Diana Ross was specifically mentioned in his will. He made it clear that in the unfortunate event of his mother's passing, he wanted his children to be under her care. This decision was not only a tribute to Diana's exceptional mothering skills with her own children, but also as a testament to the strong bond and lifelong friendship they shared. It highlighted the deep connection they had built over the years. Diana's rise to fame. Diana Ross, the iconic Hollywood sensation, has dominated the music industry for a remarkable 5 decades. Her timeless classics and fearless sense of style have solidified her status as a legend. Yet her path to success has been paved with obstacles that she has fearlessly overcome. On December 30th, 2002, during her substance abuse treatment at a rehabilitation facility in Tucson, Arizona, Ross found herself in a legal predicament. She was arrested for driving under the influence, a DUI, which had legal consequences. Resulting from this, she served a 2-day jail term close to her Connecticut estate. Diana Ross, born on March 26, 1944 in Detroit, Michigan, was the second child of Ernestine and Fred Ross Sr. A clerical error on her birth certificate led her to being officially named Diana, but she was always known as Diane by her family and friends. Raised in a Baptist household with her parents and 5 siblings, including 2 sisters, Barbara and Rita, and 3 brothers, Arthur, Fred Jr., and Wilbert, also known as Chico, she grew up surrounded by love and faith. The Ross family resided in the South End section of Detroit, close to Highland Park, Michigan, and had the famous Smokey Robinson as their neighbor. However, when Diana was 7 years old, her mother fell gravely ill with tuberculosis. To ensure her recovery and the well-being of the children, Diana and her siblings were sent to live with their maternal grandparents, Reverend William Moten and Mrs. William Moten, in Bessemer, Alabama. After her mother's recovery, Diana and her siblings returned to Detroit to continue their lives. Diana Ross's remarkable journey as an entertainer began to take shape when she turned 14, and her family relocated to the Brewster Douglas housing projects in Detroit. She attended Cass Technical High School, where she initially aspired to pursue a career in fashion design. She engaged in various coursework related to fashion, including clothing design, millinery, the art of making hats, pattern making, and tailoring. Alongside her fashion dreams, she explored modeling and cosmetology classes, financially supported by Smokey Robinson. She also joined the school's swim team and actively participated in extracurricular activities. In 1961, while still in high school, Diana Ross took her first steps into the professional world as a busgirl at Hudson's, a prominent downtown Detroit department store. She became the store's first African-American busgirl, a significant milestone in her early working life. She also offered hairdressing services to her neighbors to supplement her income, displaying her talent and entrepreneurial spirit. In January 1962, Diana graduated from Cass Tech, making a significant milestone in her academic journey. At the age of 15, Diana Ross began her musical journey by joining the Primettes, the sister group to the male vocal ensemble called the Primes. Noticed by member Paul Williams, he brought her talent to the attention of music manager Milton Jenkin. Alongside Diana, the Primettes consisted of Florence Ballard, Mary Wilson, and Betty McLown. The group's talent was showcased when they won a talent competition in 1960, catching the attention of Motown Records A&R executive and songwriter Robert Bateman. Diana Ross, with the support of her former neighbor and rumored childhood boyfriend Smokey Robinson, approached Motown to discuss auditioning. Smokey insisted that the quartet audition for him first, and he agreed to bring them to Motown on the condition that they let him hire the Prime Metas guitarists Marv Tarplin for an upcoming tour. This arrangement led to Tarplin's influential tenure in Robinson's band, a trade Ross considered fair. After going through the Motown audition process, the group, now known as the Supremes, signed with Berry Gordy in January 1961. The quartet saw several changes over the years, with Barbara Martin leaving in 1962, reducing the group to a trio, and Diana Ross assuming the role of lead singer in 1963. Their breakthrough came with the release of Where Did Our Love Go in 1964, which became their first #1 hit.